What's happening, everyone? Just a quick update regarding, well, development of flyLAT. Today I'll be showing you a slight adjustment to the UI, little quick preview of basic introduction to crew and employee main screen, a few little tweaks. So without further ado, let's further ado, let's head over to roots. Right, so I'm going to show you the slight little UI adjustment. So let's say I click on a route, you've got an option, name of the airport, but you've got an icon of an aircraft. But if I go here, there's no aircraft, here, and so on. What that means is there is an available aircraft or aircraft bound to land at that airport. So it kind of gives you a little heads up what's there. So if I want to fly from Warsaw, obviously the aircraft is not available yet because I can see it on the other screen, which I'll show you in a minute. If I hover my mouse over that, you've got two options. Select an aircraft to fly from Warsaw, and there will be a list of aircrafts, or from here. Same thing goes for here, but I know there's none available yet because all my AI crew are flying. Now, AI crew. You can assign a crew to this. So let me just show you. I won't be able to assign an aircraft because there's no aircraft available. If I choose an aircraft, it will know how many pilots it requires, how many crew members it requires. Now this is a rough, little rough fees or wages for now. What you will need to do is pay 550 per pilot and 450, I think it is, per crew member. So a standard flight will probably cost you about $2,500 per flight if you've got, let's say, 737-800. That's the minimum required crew. Don't worry too much about this. This is all just here for now because there will be slight adjustments to how crew works in the future because you'll be building your own crew members and stuff like that. You'll be able to name your crew as well. But obviously there's no crew for me to create, so I'm going to close the screen and go over to view crews. So these are my current minions flying around, earning me money while I'm about to sleep in about 20 minutes. Clicking on one of these and I'll explain to you what each one means. So obviously that's the crew name. You can name it whatever you want. This is just for you so you can see what it is and find it. I normally kind of tend to name them to and from where they're flying, but it's totally up to you. Now, status, there's 4 different statuses. You've got in-flight, you've got relax. So actually let me explain to you one by one. In-flight means they are currently flying. Relax means they are on the break. Turnaround, which means they've just landed and they're preparing the aircraft to fly back. And standby, which means once they finish a turnaround, relax, or you just launched the crew, it will go standby. It takes a minute for it to update. So total break required. So at the moment this crew needs only 18 minutes of break, and I know this one is excessive, 524. They are overdue by 44 minutes. So the minute they land, which they should land in 40 minutes, they will take the entire break required. The minimum I've set up at the moment is 480 minutes, which is 8 hours. Anything over that, they just have to do. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. Doing the extra time. Flight minutes. This is currently how long they've been in the air. Skill level, don't worry too much about this because this will come in play when I release schedules. Aircraft they are using, obviously troop Romanian, current destination, how many flights they've done, and how much money they've made. If I click through different ones, you can see they're a little bit different. Just quickly while I'm here, skill level. So I've got this idea to create, well, I started doing it, but it's not functioned properly yet, to create sort of like a scheduling system from midnight to 11:59 PM, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and holidays. I'm not sure if I'm going to include holidays yet, but that's the plan. You'll be able to schedule your AI pilots or AI crew if the level is too low, they've got more chance of being delayed. So the way you plan your flight, so let's say now this one is flying from Stansted to Frankfurt, and then I want them to fly Frankfurt to Barcelona, and so on. If the first flight is delayed, it will delay the second flight, third flight, fourth, and so on, domino effect. If the next flight or whatever is delayed by more than 2 hours, the flight is cancelled, and that takes a hit on your rep. For now, don't worry too much about that, but later on you'll need to plan the schedules a lot better. Let's go over to Fleet. There's not really much that's been adjusted in Fleet apart from the map here, which some of you already saw if you are a closed beta user. You can click on each one, which I forgot to show you in Crew. Might as well show you quickly. You can click on each one, it shows you where they're flying and stuff like that, because this is viewable in browser. So let me just quickly load up on the other screen and bring it over. Sorry, let me just find that. Okay, cool. We got that one and that one. So as we are viewing Crew, you can see here, there is on a bigger picture. So you kind of click it around. Right, let's bring that back for now. Let's go over to Aircrafts, which is this one. You can see the map is just a bigger version. You can access this from your phone and stuff like that. It's quite good to kind of keep track of your flights. Now with the Fleet, it will load up every single aircraft you've got, even if it's being flown, not flown, if it's being fixed, and so on. Employee screen, can't do nothing yet. As you can see, there's crew builder here. Yeah, so it's kind of very rough looking for now. Hubs, I'm redoing the UI because the UI is a big mess, so ignore this for now. It's currently a massive mess. Just like before, it shows you parked aircrafts, how many routes you've got. I'm going to relay this out so it looks nicer, more pleasant to look at. At the moment, it's a big accident on the screen. Hubs, however, I do have an option to view hubs. There you go. So you can kind of view them a little better. There's my hub here, here, and so on. I think I got one up there, yeah. So you can view your hubs there. With the routes as well, don't know if you noticed that, and it is this one here. At the moment, clicking on each one doesn't do anything, but I'm going to add an option to click on them and it show you information about the routes, and yeah, basically all this that you see here will be displayed there. Now a little quick preview of employee screen, which was that one. So if you're an employee, you'll kind of get something like this. Show you past flights. Obviously all these are placeholders, so ignore them for now. So obviously your employer, there'll be an option to leave an employer, number of flights, ranking, how much you've earned for the company, how much reputation you've got for the company, and losses. Now when the losses come in, which they will, each route has its own ranking system. Don't know if you've seen it when you create a route. No, wrong option. New, create route. Here. Right, so let me quickly explain what the ranking system does. So the ranking system, there's 3 types of routes: scheduled, weekly, scheduled, monthly, unscheduled. And here are the levels. So obviously level 0 there's no requirements, you just pick up, fly, land, whatever. Level 1 just requires you to have better landing. If you get it below 300 FPM, then you get extra rep, but if you don't, you get rep deduction. Level 2, same as level 1. So I'm not gonna keep saying same as level 1 and 2. It's basically whatever the previous one is, you gotta do that as well. Level 2, can't delay a flight, so this will come in when scheduling comes in. Players like yourself or your employees will be able to book a flight. So let's just say today I'm planning to do a flight from, I don't know, Frankfurt to Stansted. I can book that flight to say, okay, at 4 o'clock today I'm flying this route. That plane will be reserved. So a person will be able to reserve a flight. There will no one else will be able to fly that. So the status of the aircraft will be reserved. If you do not fly at the time you said you did, you will get rep reduction. But if you do, you earn extra rep. Now level 3, this will just require aircrafts that have been that've got Wi-Fi, USB screens and so on. They'll give you extra rep and extra profit. Not using the correct aircraft or failing to do anything that level 3 requires will give you rep and profit deduction, so make sure you choose the right aircraft. Level 4, it requires you to have the correct taxi lights and correct speed while on ground. This will give you huge rep increase, extra profit increase. However, if you don't do it correctly, you get 30,000 credit fine and half of the rep for that specific flight. Now level 5 is harsh, but it's only for experienced pilots. There will be other requirements, by the way. This is just mainly just there for now. So you need to use the correct light sequence. So that's everything from being at the gate, pushing back, taxi, taking off, landing, and so on. If you do it correctly, you get a huge rep increase again, extra profit increase. However, if you don't, you get 30,000 fine, and then your company loses 50% of your rep in total. So this is the harsh one. However, you will make this, this will make it more challenging, and only experienced pilots will be able to fly here. So yeah, going back to this, I'm progressing through quite quickly. Hopefully tomorrow I should push an update out for current closed beta users, and they should be able to use crew. If you want to test it out, there's a link below in the description that will take you over to a sign up page. It's free to try. Give it a go. Tell me if you like it. I mean, bear this in mind, this is just made by one person, myself. Someone that didn't know 2 years ago had to do programming, so you got to be a little bit patient if there is a bug, as you clearly know from Luke Airtool. And yes, I am rewriting that, but this is just for this video is about flyLAT. Sorry, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I've been up most of the day coding, getting this ready. That's why I'm a little bit slow, yawning and so on. So yeah, I mean, I'm moving a blast flying for my company. In fact, I need to buy an aircraft because all of them are used up. So I'll show you the buying aircraft if you haven't seen it yet. I'm going to be flying, I know what should I fly? Let's fly that one. That's my favourite aircraft now. Let's buy it. And GB, as it's going to be in UK, 200. So set that as mine. EGSS, next day delivery, because I'm made of money at the moment. And level 5, so it's going to be locked just for me at the moment. There you go, aircraft will arrive. Yep, the aircraft will appear here. Like I said, it will show aircraft that are bound for this. At the moment, it won't update the location, so my plan is to get it so it flies in real time from the factory to your location. So if you want, the way I want to plan it is, if the aircraft is due to be released in 3 days, on the 3rd day it takes off and flies to you. In the future, there will be something a little bit different when it comes to buying aircrafts. There will be stock, and it will be restocking. And then if you've got more than one, so I'm planning to do sort of like what happens in real life, where there's a discount from manufacturers. So if a manufacturer knows that you've got a lot of aircrafts, you get a discount on future purchases and so on. So that's kind of something to look forward to. Show you like a loyalty system. Another thing as well, there is a transfer system work, so you can actually transfer your aircraft now. All these functions down here work. Again, transferring will be very similar to where is it? How these aircrafts are moving. As you can see, look, they are moving across the map. So it does work. This took me 2 to 3 months to work out how to do this, but it finally works and I am happy. So honestly, thanks for watching. Thank you for your time. I know it's probably boring listening to me. I am knackered. It's time for me to go sleep. And thank you for watching. Hopefully, let me know what you think in the description below. Join our Discord. Join the closed beta. Normally, I aim to give people access to it every 2 weeks on Sunday. So this Sunday, I'll be sending out new invites. And then 2 weeks after that, just because I have to do it manually. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully you like what I'm doing, and hope you support the project. Thank you. Good night, good morning, wherever you are.